I said, yo, what up YouTube? My name is Rap. This is iRAAPOnPoint. Welcome back. But if you're new to the channel, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Check this out. We are about to get into this video. Salutes to AZ. Yeah, we're gonna check out his video called Top 10 Best Survivor Perk Builds of the Year, Dead by Daylight 2022. The reason for that is, if y'all know me, y'all know I'm a Survivor main, so I'm curious to know what AZ gotta say. He uploaded this 3 days ago, so I slept on it, but we here now. And if y'all dig it and y'all with it, let me know, because we about to get into this video, so let's go. Also, if you're new, subscribe.
Hey everyone,
Yo.
Today we're looking through 10 Survivor builds. These are my favorite builds of the year, and ones that I had a lot of fun with.
Let's
this
go.
is a combination of strong, fun, and generally unique builds, I hope, with a greater weighting of perks that released this past year. Let's get into it. The Regardless Value build. Overzealous, Inner Healing, Alert, and Any Means Necessary. This is a build I enjoy, as I feel it does a great job at making the most of the finite resources within the trial, particularly totems and pallets. Overzealous and Inner Healing are both perks that will activate after breaking a totem. Overzealous will give you an 8% boost to generator speeds after doing so, or 16% if it's a hex, and Inner Healing will activate. The next time you climb into a locker when injured, you can wait 8 seconds and heal completely. The main downsides being that we lose Overzealous if we lose a health state, and Inner Healing can only activate once before we need to break another totem. As the name of the build suggests, we are getting value regardless of the outcome. If we are left healthy, we get considerable value from Overzealous and its gen speed increase. And if we are hit and lose that buff, we are now able to heal. This pairing makes a solid use out of totems. In a similar way with pallets, we can get regardless value with the perks Alert and Any Means Necessary. Alert is a perk that reveals the killer's aura for 5 seconds when they do a break action.
That's the coolest fucking story I've ever heard in my entire life.
This being breaking pallets, generators, or walls. This is a solid tool for information and tracking. Any Means allows you to pick up a dropped pallet with a 4-second animation and a 1-minute cooldown. We can also see the auras of all dropped pallets.
Nice.
We get regardless value here, as dropping the pallet either provides further information or we can pick it back up to be used again. I like this build a lot, and I enjoy the aspect of getting the most out of the trial resources. The Mosquito build. Reassurance, Kinship, Overcome, Off the Record. This build aims to really annoy the killer without doing any.
I like how he named it the Mosquito build. Like, dog, mosquitoes are nasty, like annoying. Come on now.
Thing in particular, or
the mosquito build
considered toxic, but just purely through perks that can disturb the natural flow of gameplay and help to counter things like camping. Reassurance is a perk that can pause the hook timer for 30 seconds by pressing the active ability button when in 6 meters of a teammate on a hook. This is great for general delay, buying more time for saves, and negating camping. For yourself, we have Kinship, a perk that pauses the struggle hook timer for 34 seconds when another survivor comes within 16 meters of the hook. This plays a similar role to Reassurance, only for a little longer. We then have the perks Overcome and Off the Record. Overcome is an exhaustion perk that gives an additional 2-second speed after receiving a hit. This can be great for extending chases and generally causing frustration. It also allows much easier getaways, as you can use things like endurance effects to activate this perk too. Finally, we have Off the Record. After being unhooked, this perk activates for 80 seconds. Your aura is blocked, your grunts of pain go away, and you gain endurance during this time. This perk is like the ultimate perk to cause annoyance and small jabs toward the killer, allowing you to play in quite a risky way with very little downside. The Plunged into Darkness build. Balance landing, lightweight, dance with me, and Boil Over. This build is quite simple and primarily an escape build, something for people less comfortable with chases and more in it for stealth, but a more active kind of stealth. Balance Landing provides a speed boost when falling from a height. Lightweight will remove scratch marks 5 seconds sooner, which is half of the base 10. Dance With Me removes scratch marks for 3 seconds after fast vaulting with a 40-second cooldown. These 3 perks are aimed to be mainly used together, dropping from a high vault, landing, and quickly running whilst the killer's line of sight is blocked. The pairing of the speed and the scratch mark blocks make it very difficult to track you. Lithe can be traded in, if preferred, with Balanced being a little more situational. Boil Over kind of has a similar effect, except once you've been caught and you've been picked up by the killer, with it increasing your wiggle effects and blocking the auras of hooks in a 16-meter range. Further, dropping from heights progresses the current wiggle bar by an additional 33%. Very fun build overall, and can lead to lots of funny moments where you quickly dip away, or the killer is unable to find a hook. The ultimate looping build: quick gambit, resilience, dead hard, windows of opportunity. So I feel we need to have a build like this included. This is a relatively interesting loop focused build, I think, that ticks all the boxes for easier looping, but also providing some extra assistance to teammates. Windows is simple, revealing all pallets and window vaults within 32 meters. This is just a great information tool, revealing all available resources in the area. Resilience is a passive strong perk, buffing your actions by 9% when injured, the notable buff being the extra vault speed, which is particularly helpful in chase. Dead Hard is probably the best perk in the game still, and amazing for looping. It's been reworked and is a little trickier, but is still great for hit denying and now chase extensions, with its speed boost you get if the perk is used correctly. When injured, you can press the active ability button, which gives a 0.5 second window of endurance, allowing you to take a hit and receive a speed boost from the hit. The window is difficult, and the perk is best used at the last moment. Quick Gambit, finally, is a perk to try and help you assist with gens, despite mostly being in chase. When in chase, people on gens within 24 meters of you gain an 8% boost to gen speeds, a nice thing to help out and make running close to gens more worthwhile. The Curveball build. Blast Mine, Distortion, Lucky Break, Residual Manifest. This build aims to just shake things up a bit. The idea with this build is that you are just messing with a lot of the killer's information tools, and basically aiming to just confuse them a lot with many odd things happening. These all causing general distortion factors to their gameplay. Blast Mine activates after working on a generator for 50% of its progress, and will last 50 seconds. When a generator is kicked with a Blast Mine installed, the killer will be stunned and blinded. Our second perk, Distortion, blocks the aura reading and scratch mark visibility for the killer for 10 seconds, each time they attempt to read it. This works on a token basis, but you can regain tokens by remaining in the killer's terror radius for 30 seconds, and can gain up to 3. Lucky Break will block your scratch marks and blood trails whenever injured. This only lasts 60 seconds, but you can regain its effect for each second of healing you do for others. Finally, Residual Manifest is a nice curveball perk, applying the blindness effect onto the killer for 30 seconds after blinding them. This blocks their aura reads, and is very unique to have for a survivor perk, and I think the only one that allows survivors to apply it to killers and not the other way around. This also pairs well with it applying blindness if the killer activates Blast Mine. You can also get a free flashlight with this perk, which is cool. Overall, a fun build.
I don't use flashlights,
aspects of gameplay, and will make a killer question what is going on, with the generators becoming dangerous to kick, your aura not appearing, scratch marks and blood disappearing, and finally your ability to apply negative statuses onto the killer. Funny build. The passive play build: reactive healing, vigil, desperate measures, open-handed. This build aims to just give you all you need but passively, and largely without the need for you to do anything. It aims to work entirely passively, as the name so suggests, and it will hopefully act to both buff you and your team as you play. There's a few different perks you can trade in if you prefer to be more of a healer, or you prefer to do gens or chases. It depends on your playstyle. I personally prefer healing and information, so I like this combination. Reactive healing is a perk that will heal you for 50% of your current health progression when a teammate within 32 meters loses a health state. This allows for quick passive heals, particularly after a teammate takes a protection hit. Vigil recovers negative status effects for yourself and teammates within 8 meters. 30% faster. Simple, nice passive reduction to debuffs. Desperate Measures provides a nice 14% boost to healing and unhook speeds for each survivor injured, up to a total of 56%. Simple, passive healing that activates when necessary. Finally, Open-Handed. Maybe a bit of a curveball, but this aims to help your team more so, and relies kind of on someone having a common aura perk like Kindred. This perk simply boosts the aura reading range of your entire team by 16 meters, which is quite a bit to be honest, but is a really great benefit. All these perks work passively and also toward different areas of gameplay. The Safety Bubble build. Wiretap, Fogwise, Boon Shadow Step, Boon Dark Theory. This
Safety
build is
bubble?
a bit of a weird combo, but I do think they pair well together despite that. The first pairing is quite simple. Wiretap and Fogwise aim to always provide you information on the killer's whereabouts, while still progressing the objective by doing generators.
Alright.
Fogwise reveals the killer's aura for 6 seconds after hitting a great skill check on a generator. Wiretap activates after progressing a generator by 33% of its completion. You can then place a wiretap on the generator, making the killer's aura show when they get within 14 meters of it, this lasting 80 seconds. Together these allow reliable information on killer whereabouts from far off, and also when they grow closer. You can then either set up the boon by blessing a totem in the same area as where you're doing the gen, with Shadow Step able to block any of the killer's aura reads on you within the boon's radius, or alternately you can place it close by and run to it when you need or when they get close. Boon Dark Theory also allows you to do this a little quicker with its 2% haste effect within the boon's radius. This build allows you to have sight of killer whereabouts, with Shadow Step denying the killer to see your whereabouts, and if they get too close, Shadow Step hides your scratch marks and Dark Theory speeds you up a little bit, allowing escape far easier. It creates a little safety bubble which you can see out of, but the killer can't see into. The Challenge Mode build. Potential Energy, Autodidact, Metal of Man, and Object of Obsession. This build is fun, I find, because it's just so much stuff to juggle. It feels very active and engaging, and aims to make you really push yourself when playing the game. Is it that strong in gameplay? Not really, unless you get the peak value out of each perk. But that's unlikely here, where you're purposefully sabotaging yourself with Object of Obsession, which maintains constant pressure from the killer. Potential Energy is a perk that lets you store up to 20% of a generator's progress and transfer it to another generator, this requiring you to activate the perk and work on a gen at a 50% slower rate to gain tokens. Getting hit causes you to lose them. This is best used when you have some extra time and you're safe, and you can build up tokens, moving some extra progress elsewhere for a tougher gen. Autodidact is a healing perk that actively nerfs your initial heals, regressing them by 25% when you hit a skill check. But for each skill check hit or token gained, you gain a 15% bonus to skill check progression, allowing you to eventually gain larger and chunkier heals if you get past the initial 3 or so smaller skill checks. Then we have Metal of Man. This perk activates regenerates after 3 protection hits. On the third, you shrug off a hit completely. This has an awkward activation requirement. Object is a perk that reveals the killer's aura every time they see yours, giving you a 6% bonus to healing, repairing, and cleansing when this happens. As the obsession, your aura is repeatedly revealed every 30 seconds for 3 seconds to the killer. Basically a bunch of tougher perks to activate and keep focus on, and you have the constant pressure of Object's aura reveal. Try it out, it's actually very fun. The live ping build: Dark Sense, Kindred, Alert, and Fogwise. This build aims to give you a very near live ping on the killer, allowing you to play around them or alternately gain advantage in chase. It's a combination of quite simple perks that reveal the killer's location. Dark Sense reveals it after a generator is completed for 10 seconds. Kindred will reveal their aura when they are within 16 meters of a hook survivor. Your whole team also sees this, as well as the whereabouts of each other. Alert reveals it for 5 seconds when the killer does a break action. Then we have Fogwise, a perk that will reveal their aura for 6 seconds when hitting a great skill check on a generator. Very straightforward, and honestly very powerful, particularly if you have comms. The fast track build:
I'm fast as fuck, boy!
Hyper Focus, Resilience, Sprint Burst, and Hope. Yeah, this build doesn't have fast track it. This build does aim though to fast track the game in different ways. Hyperfocus is a perk that makes gens go faster, gaining tokens for each great skill check hit. Each time you hit a great skill check, you get bonus odds to trigger more. Skill checks become faster, and the skill check gives a 30% bonus progression to its base. This can stack up to 6, and ultimately takes a default great from 1% progression to around 3%. Resilience increases action speeds when injured by 9%, good for gen speeds, chases, and heals. Sprint Burst is an exhaustion perk that provides a speed boost when you begin running. Great perk for map traversal and a head start in chase. Finally, Hope is an endgame perk. Once all gens are done, you gain a permanent 7% boost to movement speed. Really nice build, and it speeds up almost all aspects of gameplay. Even, quite literally,
I gotta try these.
Alright, well, that's gonna do it.
Alrighty.
I do hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think of these builds, and your own builds
Salutes,
that you may want
AZ.
to share down below. Thanks. Yeah. And, okay, bye.
It's a damn chopper out there? Why? Damn, we got the ghetto bird out there. That's crazy, man.
I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing.
No, that damn. Did you see that? Kami? She is driving on the rim. The tire's not even a tire no more. No, come on. Look at that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, see, my life is in your hand. Why? We should have just stayed at the club. Okay, what the fuck?
Anyway, look, man, I'm gonna end the video right here. Let me know what you think about the video. Let me know if you've tried any of AZ's perks. I need to try them, man. Look, I'm a survivor main. I stick to one set. I don't experiment, and that's my problem. Look, if y'all want me to try a certain, certain perks, like a certain style, certain combo, let me know in the comments. I appreciate everybody that tunes in. I know I was really quiet in this video. My reason for that is because I'm actually listening to what AZ is saying, because I don't know these perks like how you guys might know them. You feel me? I'm still a baby. I consider myself, still a baby at the game. I am trying to get better. Like, the perks that caught my mind was the challenge one, and it was before the passive one, I think. There was 2 of them that caught my mind. I was like, y'all want to try it? The one where he said that he would do it if he was like healing or doing gens. I think I'd be on the gen side. I like working gens. I feel like because that's what you need to do to exit, to escape, to win. I like working gens. I know it's not really exciting. People like watching people that loop and juke and do all that. I'm gonna get on that, all right? I'm gonna get on that level. I appreciate everybody that comes through and shows me love. You guys are the best. If you are new, subscribe. I am trying to reach 10K at one point, but it don't matter. As long as I got the real ones rocking with me, I love every single one of y'all. Y'all stay safe, stay blessed. Always rap on point. Wash your hands, wash your ass. Peace and happy New Year's. I'm gonna catch you on the next one, all right? Adios.